Alright, the Richmond race review. Let's get started. So, Xfinity race. Xfinity was actually good. Really good race start to finish. A lot of great action. We had a four-way battle for the lead at one point. Really good race. Justin Allgaier, he had a little crash there, but, he has a gazillion playoff chase points. So, he's still good in points-wise. Really good race. Dale Jr. was in this race. If anyone's saying, Junior's a leech, how is he able to compete in the race? Junior doesn't run Cup anymore. Junior was actually got Xfinity points for this race. So since Junior's not running full-time in the Cup Series, he's exempt from the leash rules. Man, he almost won this race, but it wasn't meant to be. Hey, Christopher Bell wins again on a short track. How about that? Hemrick almost won. Hemrick almost got it done. Just wasn't meant to be. Don't worry, Daniel. Someday, you'll get that win. Someday. But yeah, Chris Bell wins, so Chris Bell is locked into the second round of the chase. Xfinity chase, at least. So, yeah. Really, Xfinity race is one of the best races of the weekend. For sure, an 8 out of 10 race. That's for sure. It just shows how good the races are when you don't have fucking leeches in them. Like I've said before, time and time again, get Cup drivers out of Xfinity and trucks. Plain and simple. Cup race was just completely horrendous. I actually didn't watch the race because I had work. But from what I heard and read and watched from the highlights, this race was garbage. Stage 1 was probably the most exciting stage. There was at least decent battles. But after Stage 1, the wheels fell right off the bus, metaphorically. And the race just went down the tubes. Truex almost won this race until he got a retarded, uncontrolled tire penalty. It's like, how is the tire being in the pit box uncontrolled tire? That's not a safety hazard. Uncontrolled tires, when it rolls out of pit box, either onto the pit road or into somebody else's box, presenting itself as a safety hazard. That is uncontrolled tire. It just sitting in its box, not even moving, just sitting still, that is not uncontrolled tire. It is still in the box. Like, this uncontrolled tire rule is retarded. It needs to go. I hate this rule as much as that's retarded yellow line rule they have at Daytona and Talladega. Both rules need to go. But yeah. So yeah, that uncontrolled tire cost Truex the race. And it opened the door for Kyle Busch to win the race. Kyle Busch won on a short track. I am totally shocked. Let me get my stun face on. Yay. Even I predicted this. Like, I even predicted Kyle Busch to win Richmond. Because what did I say in that what did I say in my Chase predictions video? That Joe Gibbs Racing has the best short track program. Well, Kyle Busch has won 3 out of, 3 short track races this year, so I'm not lying. Stewart Haas is second. They have 2 short track wins at Martinsville and Bristol. So, yeah, out of the 6 short track races, Kyle Busch has won. So far, out of the 5 short track races we've run this year, Kyle Busch has won 3 of them. So yeah, that justifies my point. And once again, Big 3 driver wins. Well, it's been a month, to be fair. It's been a month since a Big 3 driver won. Mainly because Kurt Busch won a race and then Keselowski won 3 straight. So much for the Big 3 being dead. They're back. And oh boy, it's the driver that makes my life a living hell, Kyle Busch. As most of us know, hate Kyle Busch, cannot stand this piece of crap. Cannot stand his arrogance. Like, the way that smug fake smile he has, the way he carries himself, his sheer arrogance, it drives me insane. Cannot stand this motherfucker. Just can't. I've never been able to get over with him. Like, I didn't even like this guy when he was with Henrik. Like, this is the only driver at Hendrick I never liked. Even when Kyle was driving for Hendrick, I couldn't stand him. And I was a kid when that happened. Let that sink in. Like, I've always hated him as a kid, and I hate him now as an adult. Over 10 years I've hated this guy. Just can't stand him. You know. But yeah, the race was boring regardless anyway. At least a 2 out of 10. My friend. So this just proves that point that I don't give races 0 out of 10 because Kyle Busch won. Because because I've heard people say, oh, well, you only give races 0 out of 10 because Kyle Busch won. Well, look at last week at Vegas. Keselowski won and I gave that race a 0 out of 10. So learn to pay attention. But yeah, race, even with Kyle Busch winning, the race was still fucking garbage. Like, honestly, this Richmond race sucked. Probably the worst short track race this year. Like, nothing really happened. Nothing happened in this race. The only cautions were really the stage cautions and Hamlin spitting and the 96 shitmobile spitting. But, you know, just a terrible race. Xfinity need a better race this weekend. Next week we got the Roval. Oh boy, the Roval. Well, actually, to be fair, I don't know I have really no expectations for this race. Because I have no idea what to expect out of the Roval. It is a complete wild card. Like, we've never done something like this before. So, I'm not sure what to expect. You know, we're going to have to wait and see Sunday. But yeah, of course, in terms of points, Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin are in a must-win situation. Jimmy Johnson, he could still make it on points, but it will probably take a Christmas miracle for him to make it to the second round. Bowyer's on the outside looking in, because Bowyer had a bad race at Richmond. So yeah, Bowyer's lacking speed. Now, like I said that in the Chase predictions video. But, no, I think out of all the drivers, I think the only one I could see racing their way in is Bowyer. Because Bowyer is pretty good on those road courses. But, you know, Roval, again, complete wild card. Don't know what to expect. We're going to have to wait and see how this race goes. Will it be a good race? Will it be a bad race? Will it be a must-watch race? Or will it just be a complete and utter shit show like Talladega? We will have to wait and see. But yeah, Richmond, thank God I missed this race for work. Because I have to work mandatory overtimes on Saturdays. So I was making like $27 an hour. So honestly, the work was obviously well more exciting than the shit show at Richmond. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone has a great day. And yeah, peace out.